Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Money Factor here on the Sphere. This is LaShonda Johnson, certified financial educator and the co-founder of the Houston Housewives of Finance. And
good morning, everybody. It's Monday, Money Mondays. It's Tony Sanders with the Houston Housewives of Finance, also the co-founder, also your certified financial education instructor. We're back. Man, I can't believe.
it's Monday already.
I
mean, wasn't it like Friday, like 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, that's what I heard somebody say. Matter of fact, shout out to Erica with the Houston Money Week. She said, hey, it seemed like 9 minutes. It was just Friday.
She said that.
Yeah, I was like, man, it goes by so quickly. And not only that, the year. The year is...
When we talk about the year, I feel like I'm having palpitations because it's just moving. Just like I can't, like my heartbeat can't keep up with how fast the year is moving.
Hey, one thing I like to say that time is equivalent to money, so you got to take advantage of it because that's one thing that you cannot get back is the time. And nor the money sometimes you spend, so stop it. With that being said, well, we got a special guest in the house today.
Yes. And, I remember reaching out to this guy over a year ago because we met at the Black Enterprise Entrepreneur Summit that took place in Houston last season. Has it been 2 years? I don't know. It's been a while. But
1 year?
1 year. I was so impressed with him, and I said, you got to appear on our show. At the time, we were on the radio. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to have him live, but you guys get to have him this morning with us. And he is advanced in what he's doing now. And he's fighting the fight with us to help you guys stop spending so much money. But when you don't, and you don't listen and you spend, you have to have a way to get out of debt. So we're so excited to have Kylie Summers with us this morning.
Yay!
With SpendDebt.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. And he's with us via Skype, you guys. So you should be able to see him.
Hey, Kylie, introduce yourself.
Well, good morning. I am Kylie Summers. I am the founder of SpendDebt. For those that don't know, SpendDebt is a financial technology company, and it's designed to assist people to pay off debt through everyday transactions. And we're just so blessed and happy to be here. And yes, thank you for having me again.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot that has taken place since you were on the radio show with us.
Absolutely.
So your stuff is up and live.
It's live.
And we want to know what it's about. So when you hear the word SpendDebt, what do you think about, Tony?
A spinoff to that debt, something you gotta get rid of it. You know, anytime that I see something associated with the word debt is, hey, how can we control it? How can we get out of debt? And that's a big thing. And, you know, again, technology is where it's at today. And I love the fact that it's right here.
On your phone.
On your phone.
Because we shop on our phone.
Absolutely.
We order food on our phone. We get social on it. We do everything on our phone.
You're spending on that phone.
You're spending on the phone, so you might as well learn how to get out of debt on your phone. So,
Absolutely.
Kylie, please tell us a little bit more about you, how you came up with this, what it's all about. Run us through it.
Okay. So, SpendDebt was it was birthed out of a pain that I experienced growing up. And, I watched my mom as a single mother do her best to make ends meet. And it was tough. And it was tough for her. And so I wanted to find a way to, when I graduate from college, to not experience some of those things. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to find a way to not experience some of those things. And a year after I graduated from college, man, I found myself in over $70,000 of consumer debt. So
Wow.
we're talking, credit cards. We're talking about a fancy car, about furniture.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of money, engineer, but I was drowning, literally.
Oh my gosh! First of all, you don't even look old enough to have done all have.
Yeah,
Hey, tell it, she know that black don't crack.
But at any rate, yeah, I found myself in debt, and I just began to just think about how I grew up, and being the first generation in my family to get a degree and go to college, get a nice job is like, I don't have to go through that. I need to change some things up. I need to change it up. And so at that moment, I just started to focus on my situation and paying off the debt and paying off the car and the TVs and all of that stuff. And in 2015, my wife and I, we both together, we paid off our debt. We paid off over $100,000 of debt. And,
wow.
Can we get some hand clap of praise today? Yes. Yes.
Amen.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And so we wanted to share with people. And so when we began to share with people, we found that people were still spending. They were still going on vacations and, buying shoes and doing all that stuff, which is great, but they were in debt. And so we wanted to find a way to not change people's habits, but introduce something that they can have that will help take care of some of those bad habits. And it worked for us as we followed Dave Ramsey principles of the debt snowball, and we focused on the smallest debt and worked it all the way down till we paid off the last one. And so we wanted to find a way to incorporate spending and paying off debt. And so that's how I was born. So we just really thankful that now we had a vision back in 2015, top of 2016, and watching God carry that vision to date. And it's been phenomenal. And it's just the beginning.
Absolutely. We've been watching you. We've seen you in all the competitions and things like that. So just to see your growth and your project is amazing. And we thank God for you and your vision, you and your wife, because I truly believe if one person can do it, everybody else can. And it's just a matter of, showing them the way. They just need to know how. We always say, it's not, you don't know what you don't know. And once you learn and you apply those principles, man, you can do a lot of good things.
Absolutely. I agree to that 100%.
Okay, so tell us then now, explain the process. Okay. So are you an engineer by trade or,
I'm an engineer by degree. I'm an electrical engineer by degree.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not a technical developer. That's always the question I get asked. So you engineer, you develop your app. I wish I had that skill set. Rewind the tape. Just a few years, I definitely would get my degree. And however, I do have the technical mind, the problem solving ability to see what I want and be able to coach people
through it. Yes. So we can relate to that,
right?
We
can
Tony?
Relate to that, right?
We're not everything, but we have the vision. So when you have a vision, you can help articulate it to someone who can actually make that
absolutely
become a reality.
Yes. Absolutely.
So okay, tell us about the app.
So Spend That, it's a web application for now. We got some great updates that's coming. We'll talk about those here later, but you can go to our platform and you can register your account, create a profile. When you create a profile, then we'll ask you to select the bank account that you're going to pay from. So if you have a Chase Checkings account, you can select your Chase Checkings account. Then we'll ask, hey, what debt account did you want to pay? So let's say.
So if you guys are watching us, we've got it. We've got his website up, and you can see it. I like all the animation.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah, because we like color.
Yeah. Love color. And then color engages people.
Absolutely.
So
and the action, you see the action?
Yes, I like the animation.
Well, I have to admit, hey, I did download the app and hey, I got to get it.
But after you connect your bank account, then we ask you, hey, select the debt account that you want to pay. So if you want to pay your Fed loan student loan account, you select your Fed loan student loan account. Then we'll ask, hey, define your micropayments. Anything greater than 50 cents. So let's say you call it $1. Then we ask, hey, do you want to cap it at a certain amount? So if you want to cap it at $100 a month, you can cap it at $100 a month. That may be your budget. And then after that, you just begin spending. You set it up and you forget about it. And every time you have a transaction, we add $1 to the transaction. So for example, everybody goes by that latte every morning. So you go buy your favorite latte. Let's say it's $5. You would add that $1 a micropayment. It's a total of $6 of the transactions. $5 will go to Starbucks, for example, and then $1 will go towards your Fed loan student loan account. And this will happen every time you have a transaction.
I love that. You know why? Let me tell you something, Kylie. We know that there's a lot of apps out there, right? And they do, similar things. However, that money goes back into the account. And then what happens is the consumer that we go and we spend that money.
Yes.
So the fact that this money is going directly
Straight
to your debt, when I say you this is ingenious, this is great.
We are grateful for that. And I'll be honest, I was a customer of Bank of America Keep the Change program, right? You're spending $1.50, rounds up to the whole $1, $2 to put in the checking account. I was a customer of Acorns, right? It's the same thing. They put it in an investment account, but you can drop down that money, right? But we wanted to create something that makes people apply the money to where you intended for it to go. And that's really hard, and that's a step towards really, solving that bad habit that you have, or really knocking down that debt one micropayment at a time. And that's why our slogan is spend away your debt. And that's what we mean by that.
And the good thing about that too is because we always say, we know that people are going to spend. We want to spend responsibly, but if you're going to spend, why not have that extra change or attach it to somewhere else? Because that's the great thing about it. We already know that. The bottom line is we're not saying cut out, we're saying cut down. And when you cut down, even the difference, let's put it towards that debt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
so you
great.
can accelerate debt repayment.
Absolutely.
So we're about that time in the session that we have to talk about our very first sponsor, which is Elite Dental Wellness. And so Elite Dental Wellness, their vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We're committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to make sure that your comfort is ensured. Make your appointment today with Dr. Chandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness by calling 713-789-8680.
She's struggling seeing this morning.
I can't see what I'm on.
Wow.
And so I have to go back because they're for distance. So anyway, hey, there we go. Yeah, make sure that you call up Dr. Batiste and her team and get your gleam with your
Just
grill.
Get your grill fixed. Okay.
Going. Okay. There we go.
Yes.
Okay, so Kylie.
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
I have a question about you. I've seen you in a lot of competitions, and
Yes.
you've won them all that I see you in. Well, maybe you don't win them all, but I see you in the ones that you're winning. So let's put it to you that way.
Yes.
So what upward mobility or progress have you made to make this like a global feature, a global process, or a global application?
Well, I tell you what, we just been keeping our boots to the ground every day. And it's really about putting the right foot in front of the left and then that left in front of the right.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And, some of the things that you mentioned about the competitions, that's all about the bootstrapping. That's all about growing it organically and just trying to produce a well-renowned product in a fintech application. And we've been across the country pitching. We've actually done 11 pitch competitions,
Wow.
which at minimum at semifinalists or better in those competitions. And through those competitions, we won a total of $29,000 So it's been a source of validation. It's been a source of customers, engaging people about who I am, what I've accomplished, and what Spend That is. It's really a marketing thing, but really people want to know who you are. Most of the time, Spend That gets the attention, but they really want to know who's behind it. Who is the personality.
Yes.
And I found it to be intriguing because I just wanted to stay low key. I just wanted to, create a good product that people, want to use and help people get out of debt. But they begin to get me out of my element and engage me more. But we're very excited because we started off just as student loan debt. That was one of the things that we really wanted to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Big bubble. We talking 1.3, 1.4 trillion dollars, and it's growing as we speak.
Every day. Mm-hmm.
Every day. But through the last 6 months, what we have noticed is that we've been asked, hey, can I pay my auto loan? Or can I pay my credit card? And guess what? We've been able to help those customers.
Oh, wow.
It's so good to see people start to achieve their financial wishes and improving their financial health.
And I want to dive a little bit more into that. We have to end Facebook right now. I'm sorry, you guys. Facebook Live is only 15 minutes. So we've got to go. We need you to go right now, this moment. And we need you to go to the Sphere and subscribe, okay? While you're there, please write a review. You can go write an iTunes review, write a review there. Let us know what you think, how you feel, what you'd like to see, how we can help you further. But then in addition to that, we'd like for you to definitely share the show.
Absolutely, please.
I don't know who you know. Well, not all of them. But so there's a lot of people out there that need to hear this. This is an incredible app that we're talking about this morning that I know everybody can benefit from. So we need you to share the show. And then while you're there, we provide this show completely to you, complimentary. You can donate. There is a button for you to donate one time, or you can become a regular donation patron if you'd like. Either way, we like it or we love it, but the show is ending. But the show is not ending. Just Facebook Live is ending. So to watch the show in its entirety, you have to subscribe, okay? So with that, I wanted to dig into how you're able to connect the creditors to your app. So how do you reach out to the lending institutions? How do they now partner with you so that, I'm just intrigued how that dollar can go to my car loan or my student loan.
Absolutely.
I'm intrigued how that process works. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That's the secret sauce, right? That's the secret sauce.
Oh, okay.
So I definitely can't share all of that, but
Well, yeah, I don't want you to, because then,
No.
people try to
Absolutely.
repeat what you did. But do you have a team of people that reach out to those people, or do you do everything? Because, Tony and I,
Yeah, we
do
everything.
no, I would love to say that I do everything, but I have an amazing team behind the scenes, like my wife, even my 2-year-old daughter, believe it or not. I have and some other folks. We actually have an intern now, and we're working on building out our team even more. But it's not just me. I like to think that the company is good because of me, but I think the company is going to be great because of the intelligent, smart people that we're going to attract.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
But
incredible.
we are looking for partnerships and not exclusive partners, but we want to increase our partnerships, and that's where we can really make that step function change. I'll be honest with you. We started as a business to consumer, a B2C company. Our goal is, our eyes set to get to business and business to government. We have a clear strategic vision to get there. Obviously, it's going to take some capital, and we're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
But right now we are in the trenches. We're getting the data to support, our thesis on why we want to be B2B and why we want to go B2G and how we would get there. So we're just excited about where we are right now. We got to enjoy the everyday journey to end up where we want to be ultimately.
That's
awesome.
That is incredible.
I know when you and I first talked, I said we've got to be partners some kind of way. So we just have to re-entertain that conversation, because we're talking about people getting out of debt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And those of you who are listening to us and watching us, we know y'all are not clear of the debt. We know that
Right.
that's not the case because we're sitting down with people every day, and this is an issue. So what I wanted to take a look at, and I know we've got a few articles, but I wanted to look at the U.S. debt clock. And those of you who've never seen this thing is amazing. It's amazing, and you can see. You go to usdebtclock.org, and man, you can see it's active.
It don't stop.
It does not
does
stop.
not
It's
stop.
going. It's moving faster than the eye can blink. This is how much debt we are in, and so if you understand how serious of an issue debt is, then you would definitely get on board with trying to eradicate your own personal debt.
Absolutely.
Because look at the country's debt, and it dissects it in different forms. You see the U.S. national debt. Man, you even see there's all these little categories. So
Absolutely. Federal
it's-
revenue.
federal
income
revenue,
tax revenue.
absolutely.
It's there.
So this is called the usdebtclock.org, and this is live as we're speaking. And it does so. Whoever said that money is not continuously circulating, that's a falsehood. Let's just stop that right now. That's not true. And if you're watching this, you can see how active money is being spent, because this is not the economy churning. This is debt building. And so I just wanted to hone in on that so we can see how active and live debt is. But what if we put our own up here?
Right.
You know, because we
Now you trying to start something?
well, no, y'all are starting it. I mean, we each individually are starting things.
Right.
So, but we have to understand how huge debt is a problem, how huge of a problem it is for us to be able to build anything, Tony.
Absolutely. You know, if we've got to take control of this, you know, again, we always talk about spending less and saving more, not increasing your lifestyle, but increasing your saving. And it's killing our ability to actually build wealth because we're in so much debt. So again, you know, the app is so needed. We've got to get control. But first and foremost, what we talk about all the time, Kylie, is the education. People must be educated financially. We're financially illiterate and we don't understand. We don't have a budget. We just spend without even thinking about how it's going to affect our families today, tomorrow, and forever.
Exactly. And then the thing of it is, if you are fortunate enough through discipline and consistency to get out of debt, the education is what prevents you from
Going back in.
re-entering that
Absolutely.
cycle, you know, because it has become a way of life for people. And we need to just, you know, totally just get away from that way of
Absolutely.
life. And how we get away from that way of life is we change our habits, we change our mindset, and we change our behavior.
Absolutely.
And so education is the thing that encourages you to do that, but gives you the tools necessary to make different decisions.
Yes, and it's just time. It's time that we all make some better decisions, if not just for us, but for our future, for the next generation. You know, I love the hashtag leaving wills and not bills, but we can't even do that because we're in so much debt. So we continue to pass down those same bills that we've been paying on and on forever and ever. And again, we are trying to change that cycle. We're trying to change the way it looks in not just our community, but in our country when it regards to debt and how much we owe. We've got to chop it down.
Definitely.
We have to
So
chop it
speaking
down.
of chopping it down, first of all, let's take a look at this article. This one, it was quite interesting. And it just builds the case for why something like what Kylie's created is so needed. You know, it says consumer debt statistics causes an impact. 3 reasons why Americans are in so much debt. Okay. Consumer debt. You took it away from me.
It was quick.
I was like, okay. Consumer debt is what you owe as opposed to what a business or the government owes. It's also called consumer credit. It can be borrowed from a bank, a credit union, and the federal government. There are 2 types of consumer debt: credit cards, revolving, and fixed payment loans, non-revolving. Credit card debt is called revolving because it's meant to be paid off each month. Let me repeat that. It is called revolving because it is meant to be paid off each month. They occur they incur variable interest rates that are pegged to LIBOR. So non-revolving debt isn't paid off each month. But now I want to back up to the payoff each month. Pay it off in its entirety.
In full.
Is what we're talking about. Okay. Instead, these loans are usually held for the life of the underlying asset. That is what we call non-revolving debt. Borrowers can choose between loans with either fixed interest rates or variable rates. Most non-revolving debt is auto loans or school loans. Okay. Although home mortgages are also enormous loan, it's an enormous loan. They aren't a type of consumer debt. Instead, they're a personal investment in residential real estate because, of course, you can build equity in that. You cannot build equity in credit cards. And then, of course, we know car loans depreciate as the days go by.
As soon as you drive it off the lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow.
As fast as you put the signature
yes.
on the loan paperwork,
it's not worth it.
It's already depreciating.
Wow. Wow. Well, I want to talk about that even more, but before we go any further, let's talk about this portion of the show, which is being sponsored by This Sphere. Are you starting a business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content, delivery platforms including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. Hey, this is the place to be.
Absolutely.
Love The Sphere.
Yeah, if you've got anything that's going to benefit a consumer or benefit them as far as a service like ourselves, you got to be here. That's a no-brainer. Okay.
Absolutely.
Like getting out of debt is a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
You must do it if you're going to build wealth. Unless you just don't want to build wealth, unless you just want to be enslaved to debt, we're sure that that's not the case. So, hey.
Well, hey, I tell you what, you got to make a change, and it starts today by changing your mindset. And once you change your mindset and you have the right education, then it can be done. Again, that's why we always talk about this. Look, saving your future. Do you have your copy? It's the basic principles of financial literacy. You have to understand how money works. And, you want to get out of debt. You want to save for your future, retirement, college planning for your kids, whatever it is that you're trying to do. You got to have a plan. You got to read the book. You got to come to our workshops.
You got to call us.
Yes.
How to call us.
What are they going to call us at?
You can call us at 1-844-700-4463. You can also text us, okay? You can text ask HHOF, all one word, to 31996. That's not good enough. You can go to our website and you can just schedule an appointment right there. So our website address is hhofinance.com. Again, that's hhofinance.com, and you can schedule an appointment right there on the homepage. No excuses.
No excuses.
None whatsoever. You can schedule your annual review or you can schedule an appointment, which both of those, by the way, are complimentary, which means free. Okay?
Free.
Now, how else can they reach us, Tony?
Wow. You can reach us on all our social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter. We're on Meetup. We're on Facebook, of course, as the Houston Housewives of Finance official. If it doesn't say official, it's not us. Hey. Hey, because you know what? You got to get in contact with us. You having trouble getting in contact with us? Just Google us. We're everywhere. We are everywhere. No excuses.
There aren't any. Okay?
We take all the excuses off. We don't even. There's no. Did I tell you it was free? Everything is free.
Everything. I mean,
your strategy, the book, coming to our workshop. So what is your excuse?
I don't know.
You take all the excuses off the table, Kylie.
I don't know what the issue is.
I'm smiling because, man, y'all make me so happy. One is because sometimes when you talk about money, it gets tight. That conversation gets tense. It gets nobody really want to talk about it. They turn it deep. But it warms my heart to see your energy, your passion about wanting just to help people.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Please go out and support the Houston Housewives of Finance. Oh my God.
Yes.
Absolutely. You know, and
Gotta
that
do
goes
that.
back to, we were talking about it all over the weekend about collaborating and getting with people. And so that's why it was so important for us to bring you onto our show again. And let's revisit some of these conversations that we're having, because we talk about this 365 days a year. You're trying to help people 365 days a year. That is definitely a relationship that needs to happen. That we can help each other in so many ways. And again, reach out to Kylie as well. Kylie, how do they get in contact with you?
You definitely can find me on the social networks. You can find me on Facebook at Kylie Summers. You can follow us at Spendet, SPENDEEBT. You can find us on LinkedIn as well. You can find me on LinkedIn at Kylie Summers, and you can find us on Instagram as well. Please follow us. You can call us at 832-844-1573, or you can email us at info@spendet.com. And we definitely will get back with you and provide any answers to all the questions that you may have to get you started. And if we don't know, we'll definitely partner you up with the Houston Housewives of Finance.
Absolutely.
Hey, but he forgot one important thing. Go get the app. Get the app.
Yes, please visit spendet.com, register your profile, and help yourself spend away your debt one micropayment at a time.
Love it.
Yes,
and there
absolutely.
it is on the screen. I love that. Spend away your debt.
I love your colors.
Yes.
Too,
Money, money, money.
Yes, yes. So I want to go back to this article real quick, because again, it continues to build the case of why this is necessary, why you have to come to our workshops, why you have to get this app, and why you need to get serious. Okay, so you want to pick up from there, Tony?
Wow. It says the statistics. In May 2018, the U.S. consumer debt rose 7.6% to $3.898 trillion with a T. That surpassed the last month's record, which was $3.873 trillion with a T. Of this, $2.858 trillion was non-revolving debt, and it rose 6.2%. Most of the non-revolving debt is education and auto loans.
That's the part there.
That's
the
it.
education.
The education and auto loans. In March 2018, the school debt totaled $1.521 trillion, and auto loans was $1.118 trillion. Credit card debt totaled $1.039 trillion and rising 11.4%. It exceeded the record of $1.02 trillion set in 2008, but credit card debt is only 26.7% of total debt, and it was 38% in 2008. The Federal Reserve reports that the consumer debt each month here on the historic statistics by the month since 1943. Now, let me say this.
You're probably going to beat me to it, but go ahead.
Because all of these spending, but we're not saving. There's no savings. Where are the savings involved? The minute you wake up, excuse me, whether it's your television, radio, your social media, excuse me, they're always encouraging us to spend.
Yes.
But who's encouraging us to save?
We are.
Absolutely. Kylie.
We are. So the thing I wanted to say too, let's jump back to that article real quick, because we say this all the time too, but this article actually backs it up. You've got student loans have trumped retail and automobile debt. So these numbers has got Tony choked up.
I see. Got Tony choked. Can you have some water, please? Ooh,
the numbers have got her choked up. But we as American citizens, we need to be choked up, because first of all, it is so expensive to be able to go to college. Oh my gosh. It's Trump retail and automobile loan debt.
I couldn't even get it out. I was so choked up.
Yes. I mean, it's huge. The student loan debt is a huge problem. So if you have children that are entering into college, first of all, we need collegiate education, because it's so hard to be able to take care of ourselves. So we are not in a position where we can afford to procrastinate on planning for college. This proves it right here. That's a whole nother show. But I wanted to point that out. And I wanted to go back to that article, because one of the things it says is, why are Americans in so much debt? Why is debt in America so high? There's 3 reasons.
Before you go on to that, though, but I want to make it clear that as a college planning consultant, that there are resources out there and available for people. But again, you have to be educated. You have to take advantage of the resources that are available. And if you don't reach out, you can't get help. And stop, thinking that you know everything. We don't know what we don't know. Things have changed. You have to now start planning for your kids to go to college even before they're born. That's how much money it's going to cost.
Yes.
We have to create a plan. If you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. And as you see, a lot of us are failing, period. But we've got to change that.
Absolutely.
We have to change that.
And again, education is the resource to be able to do that.
Education.
So that's why it's so important for you to share the show. It's so important for you to come out to our workshops. Man, we've got workshops in 3 different locations in the city and more. We've got lunch and learns. We're doing everything. We have this show. We're offering you free consultations. Again, we're completely eliminating your excuses. You can't say I can't afford it, because everybody has some time. And you can't say, oh, there's nothing convenient to me. Oh, I didn't hear, I didn't know. These things you can't say. So
take the excuses off the table.
The real reason is you.
Mm.
That's the real reason. Okay.
Right.
So
we're standing in our own way.
And we got to move out the way of our own way.
Right.
Okay.
So this portion of the show is being sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Unleash Your Dopeness is a people empower movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside their fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at KOGpassion.com. That's KOGpassion.com. And use the coupon code DOPE, DOPE, exclamation point, for 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now. Sizes are selling out fast. And I know one thing, Kylie, you're dope because I saw you on that show.
Shout out to KOG.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, we're seeing her everywhere, which is really awesome. You know, we got to support each other.
Absolutely.
Everything that all of us are trying to do is something that's going to help pull up everybody, and strengthen everybody. So I love it that we're all reaching out to each other, helping each other.
Right, absolutely. And she's
so
a proud client of Houston Housewives of Finance.
She is, absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that, KOG. So let's go back over to this article real quick. And let's talk about the 3 things, the 3 reasons that people are, their debt is so high. Number 1, credit card debt. It rose up to the Bankruptcy Protection Act, due to the Bankruptcy Protection Act in 2005. The act made it harder for people to file for bankruptcy. So because people couldn't file for bankruptcy, they just went into more debt.
More debt.
As a result, they turned to credit cards in desperate attempts to pay their bills. So people used to say, oh, I can't pay it. Let me just file bankruptcy. So they're like, no, we're going to stop y'all from just filing bankruptcy.
Right.
So it's like, okay, well, let me just up my line of credit and put it on there. So credit card debt reaches all-time peak of 1.028 trillion with the T, as Tony says, in July 2008. Okay. That was an average of $8,640 per household. Most of this debt was to cover unexpected medical bills. As a result, healthcare costs are now the number 1 cause of bankruptcy.
Absolutely.
Okay?
And we talk about that all the time.
Exactly. So,
but let's talk about this, though, LaShonda. Credit card debt in the United States, because other countries don't even have credit card systems with a credit system.
Yeah.
So
how are they managing?
Wow, they manage.
They manage. So, I mean, it's just, we've just taken over. Like I said, credit cards was created with the intent to, pay it off, to float until
the next
payday or to the next cash flow period, not to keep it going on and on, because the first initial credit cards did not have, methods for you to be able to pay long term.
Right.
There was the Diners Club. And, American Express was not meant. So, I mean, I don't know what, Visa and MasterCard came along and said, let's just stretch this out because now we can make money on interest.
But look at the things that we're using our credit cards for. They're not for those emergencies. They're not for if you had a tire, if you have an unexpected expense that come up. You're buying things like shoes and purses and clothes and entertainment. And I just don't think that that's what it was meant for. That wasn't in the budget.
It wasn't. But if you put credit in the hands of an uneducated
consumer,
what do you think will happen?
Well, what we have right here today.
What has happened? And so, Kylie, even you said, You know, you had the cars, you had the shoes, you had the furniture. And so, you know, let's talk about that for a second, because when you come out of college, you know, you feel like, okay, I deserve to have these things. So,
Yeah.
how did you get caught up?
I mean, because you get this check, and it's like at this moment in your life, it's like, man, all this money is mine. This is 6 months before the student loans kick in, right? So you think like, oh man, I got this money, I can go spend it, right? I was saving money, but I was thinking, man, I can go have a good time, and I did. But then 6 months after, student loan bills starting to come in, I was like, oh whoa, I just bought the car, I just got the furniture. But they don't care about that stuff. And so before you knew it, I was wrapped tight. You know, I was at capacity and living check to check because I had made some bad decisions early on and just not really just doing without. I think most of the time we panic because we don't have the latest and greatest. Let's face it, we don't have the new. We don't have the new Jordans that come out every week, or we can't go to the concert, right? Or we got to have an outfit to go to the concert, right? It's all that stuff. I've been there and I've done that. But sometimes I think we got to step back and we got to realize, like, is that important?
Right.
And it's not. Yes, it's a mindset. It's education. And I just found myself just really doing that, just stepping back and just realizing, okay, what am I doing?
Well, I like one of the things that you said. You said that you were at capacity.
Yes.
And so many people are above capacity.
Absolutely.
And they still are figuring out a way to extend the capacity.
Right. And another thing, as you were speaking, I was thinking about, social media. Unfortunately, we have social media to thank for a lot of this. I don't call it Facebook. I call it fake book. We continue to buy things that we can't afford to impress people who don't care or don't even like us, or we don't even like them. And we have to stop that. It has to, that's a big thing that I see every day. I mean, we talked about it over the weekend that, ladies, look, you can wear the same thing over and over. You don't have to buy something new every time you go. Hey, respin that outfit, respin that look, and just kind of switch it up, because I mean, it's costing us a lot.
It is, and just subscribing to that thing of, I cannot, look the same way. I just had that on or whatever. Most of us actually, we can go shopping in our own closets and we can create different outfits out of the things that we have. So that's what we're about here at the Houston Housewives of Finance Official, is we're about helping you to repurpose
Absolutely.
Your money, repurpose the things you currently have, learning how to be content. And so decreasing your lifestyle, and most of us really don't really have to decrease it because we already have a bunch of stuff.
We have it.
We already have these things. So it's like you said, Kylie, just going into a panic because we don't have the latest thing. Like I said, if we live another 20 years, there's going to be another Samsung phone and another iPhone phone that is going to come out for each one of those years. And we begin to get in a panic because, like you said, Tony, social media tells us, TV, radio, marketing, all those things tell us that we've got to have this one. This is better than what you have. You've got to have it, and you don't have to have the money right now. You can put it on credit. And hey, we're caught up hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What my dad used to say, he's always tell us, if they made one, they'll make another one.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So if you don't get it today, you can always get it tomorrow, next month, next year. So you spot on with those sentiments.
Yeah, we have to learn how to say, I'm okay. I don't have to have that. I don't have to have that. I'm okay. Or, let's put it on a wish list and let's incentivize ourselves, So if you pay something off, and this is something that I did when I started in entrepreneurship and owning a business, I would have to earn some of the things that I purchased for myself. And that means I have to pay off this or accomplish this, and I would have to earn it. And because I was a business owner, 9 times out of 10, those things were purchased with proceeds that was cash, because I was always freaked out about,
Right.
as a business owner, you don't really know, you can't call the shot on what the revenue is going to be. So the debt part just scared me, because I was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the cash flow is going to be when there's no 15th and 30th.
Right.
A lot of us need to start acting like there's no 15th and 30th. We act like, oh, well, on the 15th, well, on the 30th, I'll be able to take care of that. But you haven't taken care of the stuff from 6-7 years back,
Right.
that you
And
purchased on
we're just
credit.
living for today and not even thinking about tomorrow. And tomorrow comes very quickly, and that's what happens. We get caught up. And a lot of us, unfortunately, are caught up, and that debt is not going anywhere until we
Well,
can
let's
take care
suggest
of it.
that you reverse that mindset about being in a panic. Let's begin to become panicked about our situation and where we are currently. You know, we saw you guys had a chance to go look at the U.S. debt clock. Well, let's look at our own, you know. And how do you figure out what you're going to be paying people? You have to come to our workshop so you can learn about the Rule of 72. I mean, our very first workshop, which is Increasing Cash Flow and Debt Management, teaches you about getting out of debt. And yes, the snowball we talk about the avalanche, we talk about just adding additional disposable income to
The debt
accelerate
roll-up.
debt repayment. We talk about those things. So you guys, if your mindset is going to change, you have to be in an environment where the education is being disseminated for your mindset to change. And then you got to download this app. Okay. You have to have a personal financial strategy, and you have to know where you are so you can know where you're going to go. And there has to be a plan for that.
Absolutely. That's
fine.
good stuff.
I want to just, quick plug real quick. I would tell every listener and viewer to stay close to SpendDebt. We are getting ready to launch our beta 2.0, and we're very excited about it. And we're focused on debt, but we have plans to be able to invest, to be able to help people save. So I would say stay close to SpendDebt, and we look forward to working with Houston Housewives of Finance.
Yes.
And oh my God, some great things going to come out of our partnership.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, you heard it first.
Yes.
Here, right here on the Sphere on the Money Factor Show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we will keep you up to date and posted on everything, as we always do right here on Mondays. So you have to make sure you subscribe. Okay. For those of you who are iPhone users, just go over to your podcast button and just hit subscribe. You can type in the Sphere. You'll see the Money Factor. Tap on it and subscribe. It will remind you today's episode is ready, so you can go and watch it. Okay, you have to stay in the know. Never stop learning, especially about money. Absolutely.
That's great stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Kylie, I can't thank you again so much for, being a part of our show this morning. We appreciate you so much. We're looking forward to all the collaborations that's going to come.
Yes.
And wow, we wish you much success, or continued success, because we definitely have seen you grow over the last year.
Thank
and
you.
we're excited. We're excited
Yeah.
about all the things you have coming. And please, you guys, go download the app. Go visit our website and schedule your appointment. And make sure to subscribe to the Sphere, okay? So we will see you next week. Same time.
Same place.
Right here on the Sphere.
Right here.
On the Money Factor. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.